Those of you who are familiar with Dr. Mike, he is, for more intensive purposes, a well-known YouTuber and family medicine doctor located here within the tri-state area. I believe he has, from what I could tell, it looks like he has a practice out here in New Jersey, right? In Summit, New Jersey, and another office here in Chatham, New Jersey. And of course, he is a family medicine doctor. 31-year-olds recently had a birthday, but he is also known for his YouTube channel where he goes over, of course, numerous topics for discussions, some of it a little more medically related, of course, than others. But lately, of course, he's been a person who has been very active on his social media, whether that's on his Twitter or Instagram or on his YouTube page, pushing for individuals, of course, to wear a mask, the need to wear a mask to limit your travel. That things, of course, like COVID-19 are very dangerous. And of course, for most of us who would come across a doctor and think that for the most part, doctors have your best health in mind, you hope that the advice that they give you is sound advice and is based on science, is based on medicine to the best of their ability. And of course, that these individuals also follow and take their advice as well. And of course, recently he's come under fire because he used to say things like both doctors and nurses, we wear masks all day, no problem. Surely you can wear one when you go to the grocery without any healthcare effects, without any health effects. He says, you have to wear a seatbelt or else you'll get a ticket. Just saying, tyranny is wrong, common sense is not. He goes on to say things, of course, true basic masks says do not really keep you, the wearer, safe. That's true. Right, Dr. Fauci said that exact same thing in a 60-minute discussion talking about whether the public should wear masks or not. And of course, he said no, for numerous reasons that, of course, we're not going to go into this video. It does help limit the spread of the virus from sick people. It says so they protect the community. With COVID-19, we unfortunately don't know who's sick, as you can look healthy but be spreading it. Hence the need for a mask. And then, of course, he goes on to say, if by not wearing a mask, you put other lives at risk, it might make sense to make it mandatory. Wouldn't you agree? But of course, recently he's come under fire for some of his other activities. Like I said, he lives or he works out here within the tri-state area. He has an office here located in New Jersey. And of course, in the tri-state area here, there are many restrictions. Everything closes very early. There's numerous restrictions on what kind of businesses can open, how many people can be in there. You have to wear masks, social distancing. So it really sucks the fun out of living in places like New York, where once you'd be able to go out and go clubbing and go dining with your friends, and you'd be able to hang out, especially on the weekends. That unfortunately is not due to many of the COVID-19 restrictions that are located here in, of course, the Democratic tri-state area. But in places like Florida, where, of course, Florida is a bit more wide open, he gets to enjoy himself, of course, out there with the scantily clad women of Miami, enjoying the heat, a little bit of sun, get to enjoy the water in the Republican states, where, of course, people are more free. And so he enjoys that freedom, but of course, he loves to promote the authoritarianism in the sense of, we're here to save you, right? I'm a doctor. I'm giving you the best advice I know how. Wear a mask. It saves lives. And then, of course, on the flip side, he's out here enjoying himself at the pool, at the beach here, kind of hanging out, doing a little boarding, hanging with the ladies. And I don't blame him. Shit, I would be out there too. One of the best things about being a medical worker is that we don't get restrictions because we're nurses, doctors, PAs, etc. Don't have to worry about COVID restrictions. We actually get to fly to different areas, and when we come back, we don't have to quarantine. Even if you go to another state, you get a little COVID test. Maybe you might get swabbed. Maybe you won't. And of course, get to basically go back to work. And of course, because you're a healthcare worker, you don't have to worry about losing your job because it's a pandemic. This is a sort of hypocrisy that I just cannot stand. It's the whole do as I say, not as I do, right? Rules for thee, but not for me.